Howdy guys, this is ScoreCat13. I'm a woman with a deep voice, and we are back with more Mega Man 10. I was almost eating my microphone there. Last time we left off, we completed off the Robot Masters. Now, ladies, gents, and NBs everywhere, it is time to take on Wily. We have quite a branching path ahead of us. We have quite a special stage, too. We're going to get references to past Robot Masters, but we'll get there. Also, you may notice a little icon up there that looks like a little defense buff. Yeah, I got my ass handed to me a high number of times in the previous recording sessions, and I'm not doing this recording again, so it may look cheap, but I'm doing it. I'm taking the added defense because I forgot just how hard these bosses hit. But speaking of bosses, you get to fight previously defeated Robot Masters. But now with Mega Man 10 weapons. Yeah, so, these bosses are pretty interesting. Essentially, the gimmick here is that you fight 9 of the Robot Masters that you have previously defeated in past Mega Man games, and you use the knowledge that you learned from those games to tackle the robots. Or at least the weapons archive of them. So for someone like Elecman, you use a cutter weapon, so in this case the wheel cutter. For Gemini Man, you use a ground-based weapon, again also wheel cutter. And for Woodman, you use a blade weapon, in this case being the triple blade. You can also use the, I hate this thing by the way. You can also use the wheel cutter for that, but it's not necessary. There's an E-tank there in case you want it. I don't, so we're just going to keep moving on. Yeah, that was another thing. The enemies kept kicking my ass on the way to these bosses, and I got sick and tired of dealing with it, so... Yeah. I'm allowed to cheat every once in a while. Well, I don't know if you would call this cheating. I mean, it's baked into the Legacy Collection, so... They knew just how difficult some of this crap was. I guess I could have used it on the, Mega Man 7 thing, but... It's not a bad thing. Alrighty, now we have our next 3, starting with good old Flame Man here, whose weapon is, or whose weakness is actually a wind weapon. We don't have a wind weapon in this game, so instead we have to use a water weapon as demonstrated. However, we do have a ball weapon in the form of the Rebound Striker that we can use against Napalm Man, so not too bad. Base actually doesn't look too bad in shades of pink and purple. Fuck off. Really don't like these stupid cursor enemies. They're really annoying. Yeah, go ahead and just knock them silly. I really wish that the dash move was a little bit faster, or ducked a little bit lower. Yeah, well. Fortunately, there is a free energy refill right here that we can pick up. Yeah, make sure you're hanging a little bit more to the right here this time, because you want the extra life, don't ya? Yeah, now we got a Mega Man 2 style spike sequence here. You need to hang a right, then hang a left. That way you don't fall into the spikes and die. Though I do have some spike shields, just for that specific purpose, I don't really want to use them, so yeah. I don't know why these things remind me of Mega Man 5, but they do. It's very weird. Queer, even. Haha. And apparently that's what that thing does if you knock off his block. Or hand him his head. Alright, whatever. Let's go ahead and just knock Sniper Joe on his ass. Lord knows we don't need to deal with Sniper Joe. We don't need to deal with this thing either. And I know I can use the triple blade. In fact, I'm actually going to show that. Yeah, that thing is vulnerable to the triple blade. 4 shots of it will kill it. And thank God, it's something really simple. But what's not simple are these guys. Well, okay, Frostman's actually pretty simple. You use the commando bomb on him. And it actually kills him in 2 hits. Now for Tornado Man, his weakness is the Thunder Wool, because obviously he's weak to an electric weapon. And I actually did a lot better that time than I did previously. Yeah. Now Slash Man, on the other hand, he's weak to the Chill Spikes. And that's kind of annoying. Oh, and he got me. Yeah, well, it's fine. We have the W tanks to spare, so... And the game is nice enough to drop us off in the freaking battle arena, so... That's nice. I do like the fade in there. Alright, so now we're going to start with Tornado Man. Oh yeah, one thing that I forgot to mention is that you can actually combine Thunder Wolves together to make it more powerful. Kind of useful. Alright, let's see if he... Ah. Come on. I was gonna say, come on, dude. Nah, that's not what I really wanted to do. I hate the commando bomb. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to use W tank after all. Really didn't want to, but I mean, we're gonna need it. Fortunately, Chill Spike doesn't really waste too much weapon energy. Might as well bust out our first E-Tank while we're at it. Because we can't be dying to frickin' Slash Man here. Come on, just jump into my freaking spikes, dude. There we go. That's a little bit better. Alright, come on, buddy. Ah, of course you don't do that. Fuck it, I'm just gonna use the freaking Base Buster. It's a lot more reliable. There we go. And bye-bye. It looks like Base has caught the Robo-Enza virus now, too. But fortunately, we have Trouble, and he's the bestest boy. Thank God. I do like the fact that they leave that error in there where it spells cook instead of kook. I just think that's funny. Now I'll get one of my least favorite songs here. Forgot to mention the music in Wily 1. It's really good. Not as big a fan of this theme. I think this theme's a little bit weird. Not a huge fan of it. I really don't like that robot. I don't even know why that's there. Like, it doesn't appear anywhere else in Mega Man 10. So, I don't know, it's one of those more questionable enemy positions. Alright. Asshole, I am sick and tired of you. Go away. And at the very least, we can top off our E-Tanks real fast with a well-timed commando bomb, though we do need to waste the W tank. But we just picked one up, so it's perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and pull that out. Yeah, during the original recording of this, it took me way too long to freaking get through this area. Because it kept taking damage left and right. It was freaking pathetic, and honestly, I wasn't going to make y'all suffer through that. Plus, I want to move on to other projects, so let's go ahead and get this done. Let Base just be a badass. Alright, well, let's just employ the same strategy as before. Just keep shooting stupid phoenixes. Which, I'm not sure if that's the plural of phoenix. Should be, though. It sounds kind of cool. Phoenixes. That sounds like Pharisees. And of course, that thing's going to do its interpretation of Heatman's atomic fire move. And that thing had only 1 HP left. That's just mean. I don't know what that thing's weakness is. I don't even care. I think maybe it's the water shield is that thing's weakness, but yeah, whatever. Now we do need the chill spikes for these things. And he was just so kind as to provide us with an energy refill. Even better. Let's go ahead and dive forward there. And I don't think we need the chill spikes anymore, so... yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and dive on down before that thing is so mean and knocks us on our ass. Hands us our head. Because now we get this thing again, which apparently is called Octobulb? Interesting. Very weird name. Of course, you got the Metroids here. Alright. Alright. Now this one I already am well aware of, like, what I'm supposed to do. You gotta make sure you hang right. Plus the path's a little bit easier anyway, so... oh god, I fucking hate that thing. These stupid cannons can go fuck themselves. No, fortunately, we do have the awesome power of Treble Boost, which turns us into Super Base. Yeah, apparently that's his name. Apparently, is Super Base. Such a dumb name. And I bet Base named himself, too. That'd be even funnier if he was the one that named himself Super Base. Because Lord knows Wily would come up with something a little bit better. Alright, let's go ahead and kill this stupid thing. I'm sick and tired of looking at it. Now you can make that jump, but it's a little bit risky, so let's go ahead and pop our second or third W tank. Call upon our trusty steed. And there we go. Nice and simple. Oh god. You know what would be funny? If that thing was vulnerable to the solar blaze. I think that'd actually be really funny. I don't know why I'm using Turbo Fire. Base has that by default. I don't know. I'm goofy, I guess. Yeah, I really want that, but I really don't need to deal with that. Oh god, more of these things. I forgot that these things were here. Oh boy. Woo! I got squashed there. Alright. Like I said, you just gotta watch the patterns. Oh god. More of those things. Whew. Fortunately, again, we do have spike guards if we need it. But I really don't want to use my spike guards. Again, I don't have anything against using the spike guards. But, you know, stuff. Ah, oh, thank God. Alright, you can just go fuck yourself, dude. I'm tired of fucking looking at you. Though, I actually do have the correct weapon this time. Because if I remember correctly, this should be the crab robot. Who happens to be vulnerable to the triple blade. Yep, it is. Alright, so his gimmick there is basically The claws will guard him, and it's very annoying. But yeah, the triple blades are this guy's weakness. Very easy. I'm actually gonna back up a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and jump up here. Ooh, and we're out of triple blade there. But fortunately, Base Buster is rapid fire, and it's a little bit more reliable anyway, so we can just aim upwards and we are good. I mean, it doesn't do too much damage, but hey, it's a suitable backup. Another weakness of this guy is actually, believe it or not, the Thunderwool, which can actually kill him in one strike if you're fast enough. But I am not skilled enough with the Thunderwool, so I'm not going to do that. Anyway, let's get out of here.